Thank you, Zina. Good day. I've just got one question in English and one is Xhosa later if there's time. Skip, probably not the same without the coach stick next to you, eh?
Yeah, it's a little bit
Um,
different.
yeah. So yeah, I'll get straight to my question. So yeah, the whole social media around Rassie and World Rugby. What are your thoughts on the ban? Do you guys support Rassie and his decisions, or let me say his tweets on social media? And how do you guys block out the outside noise if it affects the refs as well, which in turn could potentially influence the outcome of the matches?
To be honest, like we've had two tough games. We lost. For us as a team, all our focus is playing Italy. It's a big game for us. We don't want to go three games without a win, and we've given Italy the respect that they deserve. All it's been about us as a team is focusing on beating Italy because it's been hard to do. As you see, the past two games they've played at home, they've showed what they can do. So that's all but what we've focused on as a team.
You can somehow answer that. Is it Xhosa? Then Nathan.
No, maybe it's a different question. Is it close? I'm not sure.
Nathan, you ask your is it Xhosa question, and then we can go to the other guys.
Okay, Zina. Clear and ndiyathemba ama-Itali aniphethe kakuhle kulo cala. Skip ngomgqibelo nizopha ithuba kwabadlali bafana noMarvin o-Evan emaplangeni. Kule veki bithini imiyalezo kubo khe bazibonakalise?
No, sonke sifumana amathuba nebhuti and ixesha lisondele kakhulu kwindebe yehlabathi. So umuntu ofumana ithuba ngoku unyanzelekile asisebenzise alithathe ngezandla zombini because awuzofumaneka la mathuba maninzi, and it's not that lithuba bayalideserva eli thuba. La majita ajima kakhulu amamanintsi wabo oko betrena netim ibamba izi-bags, but bayafuna senza sonke into efanayo, so ba-prepared as la madoda asebhentshini abafana no-Eben. So kuzonyanzeleka ukuthi sithembe kubo and siyayazi bazodlala kakuhle kule weekend, and kuzonyanzeleka thina amadoda akudala adlala betimini sizimisele kuze la madoda azokwazi udlala ngendlela abafuna udlala ngalo.
Ashfaq?
Hi, Sia. Much like last week, where you guys seem to play for Peter Steph Toy following his red card, will you guys be playing for Rassie after his ban? And what do you think you need to improve from last week's game to beat Italy?
We'll be playing for the Springboks. We'll be playing for South Africa, for people back at home. We'll be playing to win the game. That's all that's in our minds right now. And that's all that's been the message this whole week. This game came before everything. It was always going to happen. And that's the most important thing. Like I said earlier, we've lost two games. We can't take focus away from that. The most important thing is making sure that we stand up tomorrow because Italy is a very good team. They've shown in the past two games that they've played. So we're not going to let anything take us away from that. And I think, it's frustrating for us as a team. We play so well and, we lose by such close margins. And I thought last week, that we headed the right direction, but the game that we're in and the sport that we're in is all about results, and the results don't show us. But we know internally as a group that what we want to do and the stuff that we're working on is improving a lot, and that's what we wanted to make sure that we do improve. But most importantly, we really want to win this weekend.
Jan?
Thank you, Sia, thank you very much for chatting to us. I think it's just a follow-up on what you just answered. I think perhaps without giving any state secrets or plans away, but what aspects of the game have you focused on that you've, as a team, feel needs to improve to get that result which you so desire?
We've tried a couple of different things. I mean, I'm sure you would have seen in the game that we played last week, we ran a whole lot more with the ball. We had a specific plan. And the coaches just want us to go back to what we enjoy. We want us to be excited to play. Not that we weren't excited the way we've been playing before, but you look at the guys in our team, what they're good at. That's what we want to go to. We love defending as a group, and I think we defend well as a group. But we've got guys like Cheslin, guys like Kurt at the back end, really creates opportunities for players, and guys who's in fly half that plays on instinct, and that's what the coaches are encouraging for us to do. And we want to try and play as many ways as we can as a group to see what is the best way. And for us as a team, we change our game plan simply in 1 week. I don't think a lot of teams can do that around the world, and we're doing it against world number 1 and world number 2. And that's something that we obviously want to build on as a group. We still got our strong kicking game that we know we can do very well, but also our attacking is also improving.
Guys, any other questions before we take those 2 from Liam for reserved for Sunday papers? Ashfaq?
Sia, just in terms of the breakdowns, particularly, we saw some decisions go for you and some against you guys last week. The referee this week, I think it's called Dixon from England. Have you had any experience of him before? And is there anything that you guys needed to change to ensure you're on the right side of the decision?
No, we've played with him. I mean, those things happen. Those things happen. Sometimes decisions go for you, sometimes they go against you. But we've worked on our breakdown. Nothing has changed. We know what we have to do as a team in for securing our own ball. And we know the Italians are very good at the breakdown. The captain especially, I mean, he said that he wants to become a player like Richie McCaw. And it's not just him, the hooker is also very good, and the 8th man is also good on the ground. And yeah, we've also got guys that are good on the ground too. So it's all about we want to be as ruthless as we can be in the breakdown, obviously within the laws. So that's the most important thing.
Liam, let's take your 2 questions. Guys, please note these. I'll take another, just one more question from online if there is one, and then we'll switch over to the questions here in Italy. Dylan?
Thanks, Sina. Hi, Sia. I hope you're well. The last time you played Italy, I think, was at the 2019 World Cup, and obviously that went well in the Springboks' favour. I think the scrum was a very big, important weapon for you guys. Where do you think Italy have improved since then, and what are you expecting in terms of their threat that they're going to pose on Saturday?
No, they've shown that they can play against any team at any time, and I think they set piece is strong, and their breakdown work is very good, and their forwards, their forwards can play, and they can maul. I mean, they can do plays off a maul. They can scrum very well too, and their backs have just shown. I mean, I was watching last week some of the things that they were doing. They can attack from any place of the field. They've grown as a team, and I think I think teams just need to show them a whole lot more respect than they probably did in the past, and that's what we've done on the team. When we did a lot of research, then we watched that. I mean, I watched the game last week and looking at the players individually as well to see what they're good at, and I think a lot of teams don't do that, and that's what we've done as a team. We don't want to make that mistake because we know what they can do, and we've seen. And if we don't learn from other teams' mistakes, then that means we're not improving or getting better.
Cool, thank you, guys. Guys, any questions over here? Indra?
After what happened off the field, would you say it's your team's biggest character test since the 2019 World Cup?
Wait, what do you mean off the field?
Rassie, with the things that happened with Rassie.
Like I said, like that, things happen. Things happen. We as a team have to keep on doing what we like. Our focus has always been the game, and that's it. Nothing has changed for us as a group. That's what we're going to focus on Saturday. It's a big game for so many reasons, because for us as a group, like I said earlier, we've gone to 2 losses in a row, and we want to change that, and we want to play for each other. I know some guys are playing their last games, they're going to be going back to the unions, and some guys, maybe this is the only opportunity they'll get before the World Cup team is chosen. So there's enough things in the team that are already like not pressure, like moments that like for players, like we want to prove ourselves this game. So anything can happen now. Our focus will still on the game. A player can go down, somebody else is ready to take the opportunity. So that's what we see this week and especially for a lot of us. Maybe we don't play next week, and you don't get another opportunity. So this is a big weekend for us. Nothing can get between us as a group.
Not talking too much about the game on Saturday, since we are talking at 20 minutes. The fact that you have come to the URC, maybe it's a question that has already been posed. You are seeing European Cups. It's the beginning of a new path. But in comparison with your experience in the Super Rugby, is this the right direction, in your opinion, for the Springboks in the future?
Yeah, it's two different competition. You can't compare the two. It's completely a different style of plays. But we as a team, we as a country have adapted. It took us a couple of games to adjust, and adapt to the way that the UFC is going. And I mean, we can't complain. We had a South African team win the competition in the first try. So we do enjoy it, and it's good for people at home. I mean, talking about the time difference, they can watch the games in time. The traveling is also a little bit easier. So in that regard, it's really worked well for us.
It's something that is giving you something more. We're considering that rugby is changing and now is heading probably to the Northern Hemisphere from the economic point of view, but also from the game perspective. This fact is helping as a team, the Springboks, in order to stay on top. For example, we can see Australia and New Zealand are struggling a little bit.
You can't say that. New Zealand, they've just won 6 games in a row. They've won the rugby championship. They can't be struggling that much. And, we've just lost 2 games. So I think it's working for us as players. We do enjoy it. But I'm not going to say it's better to play in the North than playing in the South, because we're from the South. And I really believe the team in the South are really good. And they've shown the past, the past couple of years.
Aku ngalaman ihlukana Rassie. Waktu kulonyaka pheleyo wabethwa phansi waphinda nakukhulame kwanayo. Nje sokuqhuba ngokuphela kuba wayengekho kulonyaka phele saqhuba ngohlobo kulonyaka kube ngokwalomzuzu.
No, like isinto esicingileyo, isinto esithethe ngayo si-group into ebalulekileyo igame. That's all. I mean, ngolesihlanu namhlanje siyadlala ngomso. If sothetha ngezinye izinto izasikhupha egamini loo nto leyo. So thina sawuqhubekeka siyi-team, and ezutshilo mhlawumbe ezinye izinto seseke zazenzeka before kusanyanzekile siqine siconcentrate kule game esidlalile.
Umkhokheli ugcina kanjani ingqondo yakho kulo mba nje yavakala ukuthi nguthetha kuba ngilomba olomdlalo ukonto sibabhacana kodwa bekulula kanje kunzima kanjani ukuzigcina kule nto entrena kuyo.
Yeah, ngabantu and enabo ecam kwam aba-outside i-rugby environment, amanye amadoda endithetha nawo unzima lo msebenzi, andifuna uxokozela unzima. Nakhona amaxesha ndimva ingathi lo msebenzi mkhulu naphezu nam, but ndiyathandaza nguThixo ondiphele italente, nguThixo ondinika amandla for mna. And akhona amadoda endithetha nawo and nalapha etimini, if kunzima kakhulu ndicela amanye amadoda andincede.
Xa njonga ke lo mdlalo ke wangomso ke ubone ntoni kulaa mdlalo we-Italy kule veki pheleyo endenza uba ndiqome khe ndiphambili ndithi heyi bazabanye ngaba.
I think ehlobo i-set piece zabo zihamba ngalo bakhulu kakhulu kuzo, bayakwazi uskrama and bayakwazi uwisa ii-malls and bayakwazi nodefenda and banamadoda amaninzi ababa ibhola phaa kubo. And amadoda adlala i-backline ayakwazi ahlasela kakhulu, and siwabonile last week into abazenzileyo. And kunyanzelekile thina siyi-team sibathathe as i-team enkulu, asikwazi ubajongela phantsi. And I think iitim ezininzi aziboni uba ayisila Italy yakudala le, yenye itim le, and le team ifuna usibonakalisa.
Cool. Thank you, guys. We will be sending out the